Configuration settings. Minus duplex. Minus orientation. Minus tray settings. Minus quality. Once you have the drivers installed and the device connected, your primary job as a technician is to optimize the configuration settings. These settings determine how the printer handles physical media and how much ink or toner it consumes. While users can change these on a per-job basis, the technician sets the printing defaults on the server or workstation to ensure the most cost-effective and efficient operation. Duplex two-sided printing. Duplexing is the ability of a printer to automatically print on both sides of a single sheet of paper. How it works. In a duplex-capable printer, a specialized duplexing assembly, a set of reversing rollers, pulls the paper back into the machine after the first side is printed, flips it over, and sends it back through the fuser to print on the second side. Technician's tip: for most office environments, you should set duplex, enabled as the default. This instantly cuts the company's paper costs and storage needs by 50%. Manual duplex. If a printer lacks a duplexing assembly, the driver may offer manual duplex, where the computer pauses and prompts the user to physically take the stack of paper, flip it, and reinsert it into the tray. Orientation, portrait versus landscape. Orientation defines the direction in which the document is laid out on the physical page. Portrait, the default for almost all business documents. The page is taller than it is wide. Landscape, the page is wider than it is tall. This is essential for printing large spreadsheets, architectural diagrams, or wide schedules that would otherwise be cut off on the edges. Auto-orientation. High-end drivers can often detect the dimensions of the document and automatically switch the orientation so the user doesn't have to manually change it. Tray settings, source and media type. Modern multifunction devices have multiple paper trays, and the tray settings tell the printer exactly what is inside each one. Tray mapping. As a technician, you must register the paper type in the printer's firmware. For example, you tell the printer that tray 1 contains standard letter paper, while tray 2 contains legal-sized paper. Manual feed/bypass tray. This is a specialized tray, usually on the side of the printer, used for one-off items like envelopes, labels, or heavy cardstock. Media type, weight. This is a critical setting. If a user prints on thick cardstock but leaves the setting on plain paper, the fuser may not get hot enough to permanently melt the toner, causing it to flake off the page. Setting the media type to heavy or cardstock tells the printer to slow down the rollers and increase the fuser temperature. Quality, resolution, and economy. Quality settings manage the balance between how good the document looks and how much it costs to produce. DPI, dots per inch. This is the measure of print resolution. For standard text, 600 DPI is the professional standard. For high-end marketing materials or photos, you might increase this to 1200 DPI or higher. Draft/toner save mode. This setting reduces the amount of toner or ink used by skipping every other dot or using a lighter shade of gray. As a technician, you might set this as the default for internal use-only printers to save thousands of dollars in consumable costs over the life of the machine. Color versus grayscale. In many offices, color printing is significantly more expensive than black and white. You can configure the driver to default to grayscale, black and white, and require the user to manually click a color button only when it is truly necessary. Collation and stapling, finishing. If a user is printing 10 copies of a 5-page document, collation ensures the pages come out in order $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, rather than printing all 10 page ones first. If the MFD has an optional finisher attachment, you can also configure the device to automatically staple or hole punch each set as it exits the machine.